Okay, so the route guards. With route guards, we can prevent users from accessing the area that they are not allowed to access, or we can ask them for confirmation when leaving a certain area. So there are 5 different types of route guards. Can activate, checks to see if a user can visit a route. Can activate child, checks to see if user can visit a route children. Can deactivate, checks to see if a user can exit a route. Can load, checks to see if a user can route to a module that lazy loaded. And the resolve performs route data retrieval before route activation. So we're going to see one by one and its implementation. Okay, so can activate route guard. We can implement this route guard as follows. First, write a guard service, then provide that guard service to a consumer, and you use that guard in our route config. Okay, so the creating a guard service, as we see here, we have created this always auth guard by implementing can activate interface. And in a can activate interface, we can check for authorization and will return true if the user is authorized, else will return false if the user is not authorized. Okay, so once we create this guard service, we'll provide that service to consumers. Okay, so provides this guard service to consumer. It's just a plain service in Angular, so we'll provide it using this providers array in our root module. And then in we can will provide this always out guard service to our router module. And in this route configuration, we'll just add this property can activate, and we'll pass the guard service as an array in route configuration. So in this way we have implemented this can activate guard service. Okay, then next is can activate child. As we have implemented can activate guard service, in same way we'll implement can activate child also. So for that we have created this class, and this time we have implemented this can activate child interface and override this can activate child method. In the same way we can check here the user is authorized to load the child for that specific route. And the next is we'll provide that route in our ng module, and in our route configuration we have added that can activate child property here, and we are passing that auth guard service which is configured to manage our can activate child. Okay, so the next is can deactivate route guard. Usually used to warn people if they are navigating away from a page where they have some unsaved changes. So we'll see how to implement this can deactivate route guard. For implementation of this guard, we need to write one method in our component to check if everything is settled or is there anything pending from user side. So as we see here, we have written this method in our component, and we are returning true if everything is settled and there is nothing pending, and if anything pending, we will return false from here. Then we will create our can deactivate guard by implementing this can deactivate interface, which will take the component type as we see here. we are passing the search component because we have written this can deactivate method in a search component, and we are caring about the search component while user is navigating. So as we see here, we have overriding this can deactivate method these three arguments. We have passed to can deactivate method. This is very important while implementing our can deactivate route guard. So we have passed this component, search component. We are passing activated route snapshot and the router state snapshot, and from this method will return if user can deactivate this current route or not. then uh, then we will provide this guard in our ng module, and then we'll configure our routes by adding this can deactivate property in our route configuration, and we'll just pass that can deactivate guard to our can deactivate property in the route configuration. Okay, then next is can load route guard. We'll implement this route guard in a similar way of can activate or can deactivate child. Can activate or can activate child guards. So for that we'll create one service by implementing can load interface, and we'll override this can load method. We'll write here authorization code and we'll return true or false, depends on our data. Then we'll provide this route guard in our ng module, and then in our routes configuration we'll use can load property, and we'll pass that can load route guard here as you see.